Hey, yo, my boys. What is up? Oh, I just realized you can't hear my music. All right. Yo, guys, what is going on? It is your boy once again. We're going over some news. We're going over news, dude. I'm going to turn this down like crazy. Okay. Let me know how this sounds. All right, guys, let's get into it. We got some big news. And by big news, let me tell you about some funny news. All right. So apparently JoJo Siwa and I forget the guy's name, Chris Hughes, something like that. Apparently they're dating. Let me actually look that up. Who is JoJo Siwa dating? Yeah, Chris Hughes. Apparently. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, so apparently JoJo Siwa calls Chris Hughes balls Jimmy and Timmy. Now I know what you're thinking. Why do I know this? Why do I need to know this? Well, because it's pretty funny. All right. JoJo Siwa is opening up about her fluidity in dating. In an interview with I'm sorry, I can't imagine people fucking clicked on this. And they're like, oh, I can't wait to hear about the DC and Marvel news. No, we're talking about JoJo Siwa. Now sit down like a good boy and wait until your news. In an interview with Billboard on Tuesday, June 3rd, the Dance Moms alum discussed her newly confirmed relationship with Chris Hughes, which was met with some backlash. It's really hard because people tear it apart, Siwa, 22, told the outlet of her sexuality. I understand if you have no context why people tear things apart. There's people going through this same thing that I'm going through. There's somebody who's identified as one sexuality and then maybe had this realization within themselves, she said, adding that they may now feel like they can't change or grow. All right. I've dated beautiful women. Incorrect. Guys, this isn't even a theory. This is 100% factual. I do not believe that JoJo Siwa has ever dated a woman. Ever. Is there any proof? Like, she comes out and she's like, I'm a lesbian. Comes out with a song all about being lesbian. And then, bam. You hear nothing. And then out of nowhere, yeah, I'm dating a dude. Wait a minute. Sounds to me like we did some, it was just for publicity or something. But you know what? I'm not going to be a moron here. Let me check and see. Has JoJo Siwa dated women? JoJo Siwa's dating history. All right. Oh, what's this? Another man? Okay. Wait, what? No, this is Mark. Wait a minute. Kylie Prue. Hang on. I'm not wrong yet. What started as a friendship when Siwa met Kylie Prue on the 2020 cruise truly set sail a year later when I got to start calling this exceptional human my girlfriend. The reality star shared on Instagram on February 2021. Yeah, hang on now. The reality TV vet was debating whether she wanted to share a pic. Best gay cousin ever shirt. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm seeing the kiss on the cheek, Yeah, no, I still don't buy it. I don't buy it. Because, like, look at this. I can read the facial expressions, She's into it. I believe her. But JoJo, she's like, yeah, you can kiss me on the cheek. Why not? I want to kiss you on the lips. No. But, bro, shut up. Next up, we have Katie Mills. Looks like we're at Disneyland, it looks like. Okay. Once again, not a romantic picture. This is a buddy picture. Katie Mills. I am not single and I don't want to mingle. Siwa shared on March 2020 episode of the Rachel Uncensored podcast. Now, I'm a loyal lady. She'd played the field, she continued, and snagged herself a catch in Katie Mills. Listen, I went around the block. Siwa teased. I tried a lot, and I learned a lot. And I'm very, very happy with where I am now. But safe to say her romance with TikToker wasn't all fun and games. When Siwa posted a March 2023 clip calling out love bombing and clout chasing behavior, I'm done being quiet, she said in her own TikTok that month. You hold a lot of power, you and your platform. How can you tell someone you love them and then ghost them the next day? And then post all over the internet we're clout chasers? Yo. Okay, so case number 2. Katie Mills. JoJo's thinking to her like, yo, this chick is obsessed with me. Again, I believe it. I believe that she's lesbian. I don't believe she is. Katie Mills is like, please, I love you. And then JoJo's like, yo, PR stunt, let's go, baby. They go to Disneyland once. Can I kiss you? No. You can hold my hand for like a picture, you know? Leave it at that. And then JoJo Siwa couldn't even handle it, dude. Like the next day, she was just like, yo, you're love bombing me too much. I gotta call this off. And then this poor Katie Mills is like, what? I only wanted to hold your hand. All right, next up. Oh my gosh. Third case. Let's go. Once again, baby. No kiss. Notice how she's kind of like ducking her head a little bit. She's like, I'll accept the hug, but I don't like what I'm feeling. This chick with this bony ass jaw, who is this? Avery Cyrus. I'm not seeing any relation to Miley Cyrus, so I will assume they are not related. Yeah, okay. Actually, you know what? I don't even believe that this chick is, I don't believe that she's lesbian. No. Some of these people probably are clout chasers. Gotta be honest. I mean, you know, well, let's see. Safe to say Avery Cyrus, the YouTuber Siwa briefly dated in 2022, hasn't claimed a spot at the top of her pyramid. When they celebrated their 12-day anniversary, the singer said life together was a dream. Our personalities together, they match together so well. And I think that's something that's really important. Siwa told E! News that October, she is so positive. She makes me feel so good. I believe that I make her feel so good. This is the most bland statement. I could say this about any of my bro friends. Yeah, he's a positive guy. Guy makes me feel good when I'm around him. I believe that I make them feel good too. You know, that is not a couple's statement. A couple statement would be like, she is so perfect. I love her. Yo, we're doing that kinky shit in the bedroom. Damn, you know. But the vibes changed that December. 2 days after Cyrus confirmed they'd ended their romance, Siwa cryptically called out a person who said she took advantage of her fame. I got used for views and clout, she griped in a 2022 December video that her mom shared to her Instagram story. I got tricked into being told I was loved, and I got fucking played. Dude. And then Cyrus, from my perspective, me and JoJo left on great terms and are still friends. The relationship was very real, and I have nothing but love for JoJo and her family. Again, the most PR statement, dude. Look, we'll give you $1,000 if you just tell everyone it was all good and that she was definitely lesbian. Not lesbian. What? Oh, I thought that was a dude for a second. No, okay, all right. JoJo C was mixing up a little bit. We have ourselves the first person of color. This is insane. And we actually have a kiss. Guys, am I wrong? DeKayla Wilson may have placed second on season 18 of So You Think You Can Dance, but she was number 1 in Judge Siwa's heart. That's a little biased. Wait a minute. So she was the judge and she won? Isn't that a little suspicious? Like, know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Girlfriend taught a dance class, so I took a weekend off of being JoJo Siwa and became her all-star assistant. The Karma singer gushed in August. Okay. For several months, Wilson proved to be the perfect dance partner. Siwa shared that the teen was on board with her plan to have triplets in the near future, and she eagerly dropped $30,000 on her 19th birthday celebration in Hawaii. We are very madly in love. She is a very, very special girl. I'm very lucky to have her in my life. But it turned out that Wilson wasn't all Siwa wanted for Christmas. Yo! And we have gone our separate ways. But she is an amazing girl. Siwa told People in November 2024, and I got to have my own fun holiday plans. And I know she's got her family that she spent the holidays with. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most convincing of JoJo Siwa potentially doing some mixing with the girly crowd. However, I don't know. Because this is looking pretty passionate. She's got the eyes closed and shit. Dude, hey, I might be wrong. But the first three, these were fake. These were 100% fake, dude. But this one might have proven me wrong. I don't have much of a... Oh, what the... Oh, brother, hell nah! Hey, we got the bush gray eyebrows. And we got she looks 14 and 35 at the same time. She's looking at her like this grown man just grounded her. You know, this is insane. Kath Ebbs. Siwa confirmed her relationship with Kath Ebbs in January 2025. Also, we're getting close to present. Calling the Australian content creator her girlfriend. Ebbs also returned the love, posting photos of the pair kissing that same month. They wrote on Instagram, "Bit of queer joy for you feed today." However, just 3 months later, Ebbs revealed they called it quits during the rap party for Celebrity Big Brother UK. Yo, wait a minute. My girl Kath Ebbs. Who calls your daughter Kath? Just say Kath. That sounds better. Anyway, dude, that is insane. She's watching the show, the Big Brother UK thing, and she's literally watching her girlfriend like rub up on this dude. If you guys haven't seen the videos, it's so funny because she's like intertwined with Chris Hughes, and they're just like, bro, bitch is sitting in her chair like, I thought what we had was special. You bitch. Like, dude, that is so funny. I was told that there are confused feelings there. Do with that what you will. That was all she said about it. Wow. But Siwa insisted this wasn't an everyone's replaceable situation, despite her close bond with fellow housemate Chris Hughes. Rather, during filming, I was now in my own thoughts, away from everyone that I know, away from outside opinions, away from everything. Siwa reflected during April 28th, and I sat with myself, and from that point on, I realized things that I was okay with in my life that I should never have been okay with in the first place. Yo, I've just proved it. That one sentence proves the rest of these illegitimate. Even this one. Okay, this one, if she was the most like, okay, I am 100% a lesbian. But even by the end of it, she was like, you know what? Maybe they tried doing stuff and they were like, Dude. This looks, and you can tell she's starting to go for men because this looks like a man. This looks like a bro. He looks like a homie, dude. And then, oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, I was right all along. Oh, and what's this? The happiest she's ever looked. And it's with a dude. Oh, man. Oh, geez. There's a lot of different sexual identities, Siwa noted. I think there's nothing more beautiful than somebody discovering themselves. So basically, at the end of this relationship, she was like, this looks like so much of a dude that I think I just realized I like dudes. Because the women who look like women, she was like, hell nah. The one time she tried was like, ah, yeah, that didn't work. And then she was like, what if I date a chick that looks like a dude? That didn't work. Now we're just going with a bro. And she's happier than ever. Guys, this is hilarious. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive on JoJo Siwa, dude. Yo, that's about it for that. Next up on more fun news. You know, let's react, guys. We're gonna react to the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer. I have not seen it. Let us watch it. And I think the first one was utter garbage. I refuse to hear anyone out. I refuse to hear anyone out that has anything nice to say about that shitty movie. So now let's watch trailer 2. But hey, I'm going into optimistic. I do like FNAF, so let's give it a shot. All right, let's see. Okay.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location. This
You're thinking of the sister location. Sorry.
is the original. Nobody's been here for decades.
Dude.
Some little girl got murdered here. Do you guys hear that?
Okay, actually, once again, dude. Yo, the set design is actually peak. Holy, dude, the budget went up for this. Yo, what's in the present? Okay, all right.
So this is what it's like? Being
Yeah.
normal?
I think we've come pretty far.
Okay, all right. So yeah, it's Josh Hutcherson again.
How's Abby?
Some days she's good.
And he's dating Vanessa.
She misses her friends.
She built a little chica. All right.
Worried that you're gonna fix those animatronics?
Such an ugly house.
It's only giving her false hope.
Can any of you hear me?
Hep, bruh. Yo. Help us. Okay, it's a little silly, but I'm not opposed to it. Hey, yo, Torchica. Oh, yeah, then we got Wrangled Foxy in there. So, yeah, I know my shit. I know my shit, all right? Yo, yo, the puppet? Okay. Yeah, love the Halloween costumes.
I'm not done with you.
Okay. Yo, we got the mask. We got the mask. Okay. Yo. Sorry, that's my annoying phone notification. Yo, guys, that was actually insane. That was cool. That was really cool. Okay. I will say, great trailer. Fantastic trailer. Yeah, let's kind of go through it a little bit. Well, I guess my initial thoughts, this looks a lot better than the first one. We don't have this stupid freaking, oh, my brother went missing. I'm gonna freaking I don't know, take sleeping pills and dream about my young brother that got taken in the woods. There's no crap like that. It looks like that almost 100% of this takes place, you know, at night. You have this cool VHS recording style for a little bit of it. The set design looks beautiful. We're focusing on the horror. Yeah, you got this like one carnival section. That's fine. And I like that the sisters sort of like getting, you know, super involved because that links back to the first film a little bit. I actually kind of hope, as weird as it sounds, I kind of hope that she gets turned into an animatronic at the end, because that would be a really cool way for Josh Hutcherson's character to, you know, actually get some real motivation, you know what I'm saying? But dude, the animatronics, obviously, those look phenomenal. They look great in the first one. They look even better here. Yeah, just the set designs is what I'm the most impressed by. Aside from the animatronics and all that. Yeah, this looks super good. I really like this. Please keep going with the horror. I need this to be like nonstop jump scares. Looks like one of them's in a school here. That's interesting. Like, I'm so down for this. I'm so down. Just don't, like, this looks so cool. Just don't hit me with like some garbage storytelling. That's where the first one falls for me, right? It's like, I need you to commit to it. Commit to the jump scares. Commit to the style. Don't go off on some stupid side plot. I still didn't find my brother. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where are my sleeping pills? So stupid. And, you know, I mean, I'm glad that all the garbage story plot line was done in the first one. You know, we don't have the Vanny being like, I'm going to kill you if you come back. I'm a cop. I spent all my time at this pizzeria. Yeah, point is, guys, I hate the first movie. I'm pretty excited for this one now, actually. It looks pretty good. Comes out a day after my birthday. So, yeah, what do you guys think about that, huh? In other news, at long last, Microsoft has conceded that an $80 retail price was too high for their holiday releases. The Outer Worlds 2 is being reduced back to $69.99, and refunds will be issued. Guys, this is awesome. This is great. But here's kind of the... Dude, yeah, friggin'... It'll get up to $90 at some point. So while I am glad that this is going down to $70, the only reason they did this is 100%... You know, let me get some music on. The only reason they did this is absolutely because they didn't get enough refunds. Or they didn't get enough purchases. Sorry, pre-orders. Obviously, they saw incredibly low numbers, and they were like, we gotta put it back to 70. They got gung-ho when they saw that Mario Kart World was, you know, $80, and they jumped on that shit. But obviously, not everyone's going to do that, and I think that this is, you know, very prominent from that. Either way, I don't really give a shit. This game looks fun. I sold my Xbox like a couple months ago. Not because it's like, oh, I need to make rent. It was just because I wasn't playing it. I have a PC, and since everything is an Xbox, I don't really have a need for a Xbox. So, yeah, great marketing tactic. Anyway, yeah, do I think this is going to be something for later on stuff? Yes, I do think that this is going to affect a lot of things. They're definitely going $80 for every game in the near future, though. They're just waiting until the right time. So yeah, this is down to 70. Cool, I guess. Either way, the thing that irritates me is like they're looking at this like, oh no, the pre-orders are down. That's because it's on Game Pass. Game Pass is a great deal. I love it. I don't have it right now because there's no games on it that I want to play. But the issue with it is that, you know, how many more people are going to get Game Pass to play this game? You know what I mean? Like, you have the initial people that have Game Pass already. They're already throwing their $18 at the screen. So you already have that money. But I guess the idea is that it grows and grows and grows every time a new game is brought onto it. I just don't see how many people... I don't see infinite growth, is what I'm trying to say for this. And you can tell that they're pretty desperate for that because of the whole everything's an Xbox. Like, oh, you could have your PC's an Xbox. You can play Game Pass on that. You can play Game Pass on your phone. You can play it on, you know, your Steam Deck or whatever. You know, it's because they're trying to reach more people, because they've probably run to the limits of the amount of people that are subscribing on Xbox, right? So I wouldn't be surprised, because I know that there was a rumor like 2 years ago, like, oh, Nintendo's gonna have friggin' Game Pass on it, you know, something stupid like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did try to go for that. Where it's like, oh yeah, you'll just stream the games from your Switch. Let's get the Nintendo crowd. But again, you're running out of options, and people are so used to not paying full price that $80 would never work for these kinds of titles. And yeah, only so many people are going to be getting Game Pass subscriptions. Yeah, you'll have your fan base that's already there. And yeah, I'll probably re-get my Xbox Game Pass subscription to play this when it comes out, just to stream it and review it. That's about it. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was pretty interesting, because it kind of shows, where the market is at. And obviously, screw Xbox, because they just cut like 9,000 jobs to replace everything with AI crap. So I think that's pretty cringe. So yeah, that's about it for that. Yo, guys, I am so beyond excited for all of the Marvel and DC comics coming soon. So we're going to be going over quite a few of these. Alien versus Captain America. Guys, I'm a massive Alien fan. I'm a massive Marvel fan. Just the idea of it seems incredible. I need more of this though. Like, I need like a Hulk versus Alien, Spider-Man versus Alien. Give me a little bit of everything, I don't think they've revealed much story behind it, but what a cool idea. Marvel Comics has announced Alien vs. Captain America, 4-issue limited series written by Frank Thierry, art by Stefano Raffaelli. I don't know if I pronounced that right. The book is set in World War II and sees Hydra unleashing the xenomorphs. That is so cool. I love that. I love how it's not like a typical thing. Like I would have assumed, he's gonna go into space in an Avengers like space mission or something. But no, it's during World War II. Like, that's so awesome. I love when Alien and Predator alike do things like that, where it's like, they're more so like time pieces. Because I'd like to think that World War II kind of plays a part in this, and it's not just like a random time period. But anyway, I think that's pretty cool. How awesome would it be if there was a movie like this, Let's get crazy with the crossovers. I'm just saying, like, yeah, Avengers, that's cool. You get all the Marvel characters crossing over. Yo, give me this as a movie. Do you know how many people would be seated for stuff like this? Like, I'm surprised this hasn't happened yet. I mean, not this specifically, but like, I guess it has happened, like Predator versus Alien. But, I'm just talking like this in general. Like, give me a Captain America versus Aliens movie. And like, even people that aren't normally going to like superhero movies are going to be like, what the hell is this? I need to see it. So I think that's awesome. Guys, pretty cool news as well. So the next Marvel movie is Spider-Man Brand New Day. But before that, we do have the Punisher special presentation. And I think Daredevil Born Again Season 2 comes out before Spider-Man. So, which obviously I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's going to be at the end of that season. I'm really pumped for that. But right here, so there's no trailer at all. But someone actually recorded from like a balcony or something, the Punisher walking between some school buses with with the trench coat on and all that. Dude, hell yeah, let's go. There's another video where he was on like a hotel balcony and some people were like falling off of it. I'm very excited for the Punisher special presentation. They've only made so many of those. I know that there was that, what's it called? Man Thing, something like that. There's that werewolf. Or is it the same one? God, it's been so long since I've watched them. But yeah, no, I'm super pumped for this. I am wondering what he's doing in a school. If we're going to go with like a school shooter kind of thing where, but it'll be the opposite. Like he stops a school shooter or something like that. Or this is, where Peter is going to school and we're going to get into the Spider-Man stuff now. But I kind of doubt that. I would prefer for them to focus on the Punisher in his own special presentation. But either way, very cool. Very cool indeed. We'll get to that last. All right. Alan Cumming says he got in trouble after revealing that Nightcrawler fights Mr. Fantastic in Avengers Doomsday. My publicist told me the wrath of your publicist is not a wrath you want to have. I forget how he talks normally. I'm not gonna lie. I actually did not know that this was. I didn't know that this was leaked. I didn't know that he said that. So this article kind of put it out even more. But I think this is really funny. So guys, I just saw Fantastic Four First Steps. Check out that review. I'll post at the end of this news section in the actual video. But yeah, no, I am so excited for this. I think the way that it's going to go is Doctor Doom is going to have like all the X-Men on his side. So it's going to be sort of like an Avengers versus X-Men kind of thing. That is so cool. That is so incredibly cool. If they go that route. Because obviously it's like Nightcrawler fighting Mr. Fantastic. I guess they could always go... I guess it could turn into like what Avengers Infinity War did. Where it's like, whoa, the Guardians of the Galaxy fought Iron Man and Spider-Man? Yeah, for like 2 seconds because they didn't know who they were. But I don't know. From how they describe it here, it sounds like it's like a whole scene. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know that's kind of a small piece of news, but I just thought that was kind of funny that I had no idea that that was a thing. And yeah, also another little small piece of news. Marvel and DC have been doing a lot of stuff recently, which I'm really excited for that. They announced some new Versus comics coming out. There's a lot of other crossovers like Marvel versus Godzilla, which I'm super pumped for. DC just did DC meets, Sonic characters with IDW Publishing. Now, after 30 years, Marvel and DC's Spider-Boy is being reprinted for the first time in nearly 30 years. I gotta admit, I didn't know about this character at all until I read this article. So obviously it's a bit of Spider-Man influence, a little bit of Superman, Superboy influence, a little bit of Batman in the legs. I like the gadget here. So he shoots webs through the gadget. I will definitely, the main reason I'm covering this is because I will definitely be reviewing this when it comes out. I'm going to start doing comic reviews. Very cool indeed. So yeah, and here's some other examples. I don't think this is new. This is a little bit older. So we got Captain America, Booster Gold, I think. Iron Man, Green Lantern. That's awesome. At first I thought this was Wolverine, Black Panther, but it looks like it's Wolverine and Batman, I think. I mean, the cape says that, but the belt is really saying Black Panther. Maybe it's a mix of three. I don't know. Howard the Duck, Lobo. That's pretty awesome. Ghost Rider. I don't know. Thor, Cyborg, maybe. I haven't read this one, so I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, they've got another one. Yeah, they've done a bunch of Versus stuff, but this is super cool. This is the initial Spider-Boy. I do love how DC's logo ain't even on this shit. They're like, yeah, just make it a Marvel thing, huh? We'll give you the right to use, I don't know, the Superman logo with a spider in it. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool. So anyway, guys, is Pedro Pascal a creep? This is so annoying, my guys. On Twitter, I hate being on Twitter, but this is where I get like all of my news to talk about. With like the week lineup going up to the release of Fantastic Four First Steps, there's been this whole stupid thing where, okay, let me back up a little bit. So essentially, Pedro Pascal on a talk show was like, oh, I have some anxiety, and I guess like, people hold my hand or whatever. It makes me feel less anxious. And, I guess his co-star Vanessa Kirby was like, I bet. And in every interview, they're like touching up on each other. There's videos where they're like He kind of like brushes up on a a leg or an arm or something. Yeah, like it is weird, right? Like sometimes, yeah, it is weird. Like, oh, he kind of like brushes her cheek there. Like it's odd for sure. And then some people bring up like, oh yeah, he doesn't get touchy when he's around Bella Ramsey. But then you have like this right here. And then it's like, oh, Vanessa Kirby, wait a minute, but she's stroking his face. I think the thing that people, bro, this is so insane. It's not always consent. Bro, look. Let me explain this to you guys. Oh wait, here's another clip. So yeah, she goes up to him, starts hugging him. Oh yeah, she goes in to hold his hand. But for some odd reason, everyone's like Pedro Pascal. He's a freak. He's a degenerate. Guys, the only people complaining about this are incel losers. All right, I'm just going to throw that out there. The people complaining that a woman is touching him and he's touching a woman are people that actually look like this. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Why are you covering it then? Because I think that it is insane that people care. Because I care about people caring. So, there. I just think that this is insane because it's like two people consenting to being weird. Yeah, she's married. I forget if he's married, probably not. But who cares? Who cares? They're both fine with it. If she came out and she was like, I don't like him doing that. And then there's a bunch of videos where it's like him touching her and her not, oh, I don't really like that. Then yeah, that would be something. That'd be like, oh, that's pretty screwy. Why are you doing that? Other than that, it's like, who gives a shit? Guys, if you're angry at me saying that, get a life and get a girlfriend. Sorry, not sorry. Next up, into the DC news. DC news, let's go, baby. The Booster Gold series is progressing at HBO. David Jenkins, our flag means death, is writing the pilot if picked up for full series. Jenkins will become the showrunner. Guys, I have been so pumped for this. There's a certain actor that everyone was saying should definitely be the one to play him. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I'd want to play Booster Gold. But I don't know a lot. Yo, Chris Pratt. Bruh, actually, you know what? No. Nah, it wouldn't work. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Wait. No. Guys, isn't this great commentary? Just me going, yeah, But I don't know. I forget the name of the actor that they said is definitely not going to be it. But I'm not a huge Aziz Ansari fan, but he would probably work. Yeah. No, I don't know. This news isn't even really worth going over, to be completely honest. I like Booster Gold. So, hey, sue me, all right? Next up, Matt Reeves says The Batman 2 is another mystery film. Yo, guys. The only reason I want to go over this, The Batman 2 being another mystery film, it's going to dig into the epic story about deeper corruption, and it goes into places he couldn't even anticipate in the first one. I am so excited for this. I love this. I'm so glad, but I'm a little worried. Because at the end of the first The Batman, they had the Joker. I know what you're thinking. I love the Joker. What's wrong with having the Joker in it? Because there's like 8 Jokers. I don't want to see another Batman film with the Joker in it. I really don't. Like, give it a bit. Give me like a decade before I see anything else of the Joker. I'm so sick of seeing the Joker, dude. Not even kidding. Like, it is insane how old it gets. If we're talking about corruption, I mean, we're definitely talking like Two-Face. Penguin's going to be in this thing. I'm really excited for that line, for like mystery, storytelling. Just Please. I mean, even you can even have another little Joker thing at the end of the movie. Just don't have him be the main villain in this one. Just so annoying. And because it's like, the thing is, I don't know what villain they're going to use in Batman the Brave and the Bold. Obviously, the Clayface movie is coming before that, so that might be a sign that it's Clayface. It also might be a sign that it's not Clayface. Maybe Clayface is just going to be its own thing. I don't know. So I'm hoping for the best with this one. I think that it is super cool they're going this route. Just again, I'm pleading to you, Matt. If Joker's in the script, just tear out the pages. I'm begging you. And then next up, new details on Joker and Harley movie by Zach Kreger. Takes place in Gotham, horror-centric. Zach's favorite thing he ever wrote. Come on, man. Come on. Please. No more Joker. I'm begging you. Zach, I like your work. But why? Why's it gotta be the Joker? There's Joker movies. He's in other Batman movies. He's got his own comics. He's got his own TV shows. It's just insane. Like, I get it. He's a popular character. But come on. But you know what? I'm willing to hear this one out. If I don't know. No, I'm not down for it. I'm not. Because we already have 2 Joker movies. And the last one was literally a Joker Harley movie. So I don't see the need for another Joker Harley movie. Is this going to be DCU? Or is this going to be like Elseworld? You know, it's just so dumb. Here, let's play it and hear him out.
Talk about, and then there's a script I wrote before Barbarian that takes place.
I'm messing with the volume a little bit.
And I actually love. I think that's my favorite thing I've ever written. Believe it or not.
Wow,
so I
that
don't know what's
sounds
going to
awesome.
happen with that. I have nobody from Warner Brothers or DC. I have not talked to anybody about it. I hope to one day.
If I don't have to cut that out that you've said that, and maybe we can
No,
just
put
get
it
enough
down.
fan reaction,
Sure,
like,
yeah.
you know, get them going. We can get it to bring it to fruition.
But that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Now-
Franchise that I can't talk.
Yeah, please no. Please no. Like, I don't know. I like his visions. I like all that. I don't know. If it goes with whatever, at the end of the day, obviously it just depends on the writing and if it's done well, the script and all that. If it's the best thing he's ever wrote, then sure, why not? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm so sick of seeing the Joker, so I'm just bitching about that. Anyway, the last piece of news that we got for today. So we got some Peacemaker Season 2 exclusive look at James Gunn's next step in the DCU after Superman. So there's only 2 things I want to talk about here, right? So in this little bit, we talk about what's canon, what's not canon. I've been rewatching Peacemaker Season 1 with my fiance. And so I've been rewatching that. And it's interesting because they have the podcast right now where they're rewatching it and they talk about what's canon, what's not. In the first season, or in the first episode of the first season, the only thing that isn't canon is Aquaman being a famous guy and him fucking fish. So here's what's kind of confusing to me about it, right? So I assumed, based off of the trailer, that they were going to do this thing where it's like, because they're like, oh, there's a secret dimension. And when I go to this dimension, it's like, oh, people love me. And in the first dimension, people hate me. So I assume that the first dimension was going to be the DCEU, and the second dimension was going to be the DCU. So it's him literally going from one to the other. And now I don't know. I don't know. Because the thing is, if Aquaman being famous isn't canon in the first season, because if he's not canon in the second season, that makes sense because that's the DCU and Aquaman hasn't been established yet, right? But if he's not canon in the first season takes place after the Suicide Squad. which involves, Harley Quinn, in that movie she says that, oh, I dated Joker. And that's referring to the original Suicide Squad movie, which has, Ben Affleck's Batman in it. And Ben Affleck's Batman, was in the Justice League, which has Aquaman. I know, it's a bit of a stretch. I'm sort of monkey ladder in it. But look, I don't know. It's just odd. Because it's like, oh, are we going to say that the First Dimension is already in the DCU? And we just have to kind of forget about all the other movies? I just feel like that's very confusing to ask of audiences, because it's like, okay, well, I do remember all these other things. Either you're wiping the slate clean or you're just not. I don't like this half and half kind of stuff. It's very odd, but that was about it, actually. Those are the main things that I wanted to go over for it. I'm pretty excited for the season to come out. I think that the idea of it's really cool. I like that we have sorry, my phone keeps going off. I like that we have my Rick Flag Sr. We still have some effects from the Suicide Squad. So again, that movie is still canon because that's where Peacemaker kills Rick Flag. I'm pretty excited for it. But James Gunn did say that once we actually watch the 8 episodes, that it'll all make sense. So I'm excited for it. But, hey, I'm a little here and there. Because they didn't explain anything in the Superman movie, which is fine. For general audiences, I think just watching those films on their own is great. That's why I love these kind of takes where it's like, okay, we don't need to have this big, movie that stretches and, meets this criteria for connecting to this and this and this. Let's just focus on making it a good movie. Let's focus on making a good show. I just want a little explanation, for how Peacemaker connects into this. Is he going from the DCEU to the DCU? I feel like you could still keep DCEU canon for the DCU if you're going to have Peacemaker in it. Just say like, oh, the DCEU is just a separate universe. And that's it. And then if there's anything from the DCEU that you want to bring over, it's like, oh, well, they just came from the other dimension. I mean, it's as simple as that. I feel like we don't have to completely erase it. I just don't think that's necessary. But anyway, guys, that is about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to sub if you like all these different news outlets or just news bits that I do. The JoJo Siwa one is really funny. So hopefully you guys like that one. Let me know what other celebrity gossip. Maybe I'll do that a weekly thing. Let me know what you guys liked to see. And hey, have yourselves a great day, boys and girls.